Hey everyone! Down here from the comic studio on right here. So where today we're going to be searching for Geometry Dash. And it's absolutely going to be for one thing as well for generation like those things. And let's just gonna be seeing for around here. We're just completely searching for Geometry Dash and let's just discover the way for us first as well. So of those some sort of like continuously for this very first one, but unfortunately that seems doesn't going to be looked for too well according to the comics. So instead of like those things, we already searched for Starch AY, but unfortunately it was being for privately as well. So the first off is we're gonna be browsing comics first as well as we got from multiple of those Geometry Dash comic creators and such as the GD difficulties and many more Geometry Dashes comic studios for even for as well. So let's start off with Geometry Dash as we possibly. There is no recent comics from anything as well, so all you have to do is going to be appearing for some sort of other kinds of stuff. We got for old realism mode as well, so even there must be such more of those things. There are no any characters in this comic studio, but eventually that doesn't gonna be pretty exist like those things as well. So anyways, let's get into the comic studio as well. But unfortunately that doesn't seems to be here like anything as well. So as you can see here, Geometry Dash is owned by Robert Topala is for the Rob Top Games. Thanks to Danit for the logo, GDC GD colon for Icon Kitten, Syrupy for cropping tool. As for Boo Fun Pack, along with other team, all images here are the Ultra HDs, and the name of the file UHD, except few files and sprites. So that is all for some sort of like these things as well. We turn on some spoilers as we probably discovered like already to do this as well. So let's take a look at the user submitted sprites. The game icon characters were absolutely started with for some sort of a basic over here. The lava man and for some sort of an evil monster. And some people is going to be pretty a lot to do so as well. Some scope text as well. There's Kirby over here for some sort of dream icons as well. Some cubes for all, and many more of those things. His icons, or like many of those things like other as well. So the animation characters like this, and the Adrian pack as well. So in the Adrian pack too, and like anything for some sort of more of those other guys as well. So this is actually going to be for around here as well. We got some sort of items or some kind of like this as well. So you might gonna be using for submitted sprites, but unfortunately that doesn't appear like any kinds of characters. It's just this as well. So the next one is going to be for some sort of like those things as well. We got the settings as well. I remember that this is actually that we just completely able to be searching for just one of those things. And because Geometry Dash is, this is where I just saw this thing from his phone from my cousin. I just absolutely watched this and I just absolutely learned how to do it. But anyways, that doesn't going to be doing for like all the way from this one as well. We got any links like anything as well. So even before we're gonna be continued this video, that I just pretty saw that my little brother did watch this as well, and especially this is where my cousin was absolutely playing of this game as well, and hopefully that years later that my siblings have just downloaded some of the Geometry Dash games as Sub-Zero and any of these things as well. Even for to do this as well, we got some sort of logos for one of these things as well. From some sort of a UHDs of some sort of stuff as well. Trophies, coins, even stuff as we know it as well. Evil monsters, that we got anything as well. So we got some sort of colors that we possibly did. And what about them as well? So there's no icons or none of those things as well. So we got anything from around of those things as well. Even it's going to be for such as disappearing for one thing. And it's absolutely going to be for boom a little bit a long time as well. So finally there must be backgrounds for a non-coloring for a little bit of this thing as well. So even, you know, this is absolutely pretty uncolorized with for all of them as well. So I'm not going to be using for some sort of a studio crossovers for this one. So absolutely we got stereo madness. And anything about of this comic studio is being work in progress. But nothing is absolutely a little bit for round of those mods from anything as well. And for some sort of an online reasons as well. So we're gonna be started with stereo madness, but I'm not very sure this isn't gonna be going for just a little bit of while. There is so much more of those other kinds of those things as well. So especially we got for some sort of difficulties, and even for the effects, like even for this ones, even it's turned into creative modes and other kinds of things as well. But instead of characters like itself, well, unfortunately they won't be able to be added for like this for any kinds of time as well. So even though that does not gonna be pretty exist for something as well, for the unknown recently as well, we got a tunnel over here, and for some sort of banners as well, even for some kinds of many kinds of stuff, and more of them, which is possibly like for other stages and anything as well, for any emotions like those things, or even possibly using for the practice modes are pretty available. So that is all for something as well that we pretty going to be for around here, as we needed to get for finding a little bit as next up as well. So this is the front as we know it as well, and I might not going to be using for the custom sprites, but I'm certainly this isn't going to be for such as one thing as well, unless we're going to be added for some icons we possibly had it for a little bit as well. So we're going to be added for some sort of skull, or not even this as well. So looks like it's a little bit of mild man from overall. So more faces is going to be right over here as well. So it's gonna be look like Tartarus, and probably not anything it was look like this one. And this is a Sub-Zero, even like this guy as well. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be falling apart like for this one. So that is all for some sort of like this thing by reviewing of this comic, a little bit of one thing as well. So I might gonna be using for some studio crossovers later on. The link is gonna be in the description below, and we're gonna be moving to the next one. So the next one is going to be for Geometry Dash Comic Studio, is another one for nothing a little bit taking for this a little bit as well. So this is gonna be the low quality version of the comic studio, but eventually it has characters. I mean, this is absolutely yes, but nothing is absolutely going to be a little bit real, or something is absolutely going to be doing this as well. So it's absolutely owned by Rob Top as well, even for some sort of turning animals or shrinkens as well. So we might get to be added for some sort of characters, a lot of them as well. So even though I might going to be undo anything that we just going to be want to do this as well. So I might gonna be added for a little bit as well, but I cannot believe it that we're not gonna be doing this as well. And we're gonna be checking for around for some sort of items is absolutely nothing as well. So we have 3 spaceships as well, or like the effects could be for some sort of button as well. And finally the backgrounds does not even exist or something. So let's just keep adding for some sort of creepers, and as well that we just going to be trying to do it out. So it's going to be for one thing as well. This is absolutely the main things as well. The icon of this thing, the lava on this top of those things. We turn into a Tetris as possible that we're doing the same thing all over again. And yeah, that was probably my guess as well. So even though that we just absolutely added for a little bit amount of characters for to do this as something as well, as we're seeing for submitted sprites, we look like this. We got some of those faces as well. We even to do this is gotta be fire in the hole like those things. Alright, added those little bit of amount of faces. Alright, that must be probably all of those things as well. But there is only one weapon as well. No effects and backgrounds that unfortunately that we didn't see this longer. So up next is we're going to be looking for geometry dash difficulties, which is going to be for insanely hard for a round of this times as well. So look at around for one more things as well. We forgot to show up with spoilers that I never absolutely did, as well as pretty much as well. So I already looked up for spoilers as well. So we got for some sort of a happy face from all over this thing is very insane as well. So even more of those things, or I'm not very sure, not why as well. So this is absolutely for this modded version as well. And because of some sort of RobTop games like itself, this is absolutely turned for extremely demon as well, that we just saw for some sort of next bots as well. And many more of those other things are absolutely like this as well. There are probably effects available of those over here, including backgrounds such as a way of Chicago and some sort of a house that is saw from the meme bros inside for the car's interior. But what is actually this? That is the scene from the Prince of Egypt and other things as well, or other kinds. I'm not very sure. This is absolutely for more things about here, as we probably seeing this as well. So I'm not sure. There must be nothing as well. We got for some sort of an error as well, but nothing is absolutely truly like charged like anything as well. So I'm probably look to do this as well. Even this is not gonna be pretty easy as well for some sort of a dark moon. So that almost going to be the end of this video as well. Was actually over here, and perhaps is absolutely over here as well. So I might gonna be doing for next couple of stuff, and it's absolutely for many more of those other kinds of like those things. Let's do it one more, and it's actually going to be for around here. So I'm not sure we're gonna be doing this later, so I hopefully that will be the end of this video as well. So if you'd like to check it out, one of those comic studios from Geometry Dash, the 3 links is going to be in the description below, and the main website is going to be recommended for around for all ages, and especially that you're going to be coming at age of 13 or ages of 9 as well. And remember, this is where I looked up from my cousin playing Geometry Dash or Sub-Zero like this for one thing as well. So if you're going to be searching for Sub-Zero, I might going to be doing this for later on as well. And especially that my brother or my siblings have just downloaded as well. And except for girls who didn't absolutely going to try Geometry Dash, boys did as absolutely going to be trying to do so as well. And probably for one of those 3 Geometry Dash's comic studios is going to be coming soon around here. Whether it's going to be next of this video, and I might going to be checking out for even sooner as well. Thanks for watching and for all your support, and I'm going to be signing off. And I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later, so thanks for watching. Like I just already said,